Hello, Greg from Balloon Market here, and welcome to BMTV. And as you can see, we're in somewhere different. Yes, this is our new studio. The great thing about it is it's bigger, so it's wider, and it's got a higher ceiling, and it's longer that way as well. So Rob told me not to go backwards because I've got to focus, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I can go right back here, right back, to there. And that's how big it is. So it means we've just got more room to play with stuff and do stuff when Mark and Chris and Mike and everybody and Sue and everybody else that comes down and does some work with us is down here. So we're quite excited about just having more space. It's great. Anyway, talking of Chris, mentioned him in there, big thank you to Chris for coming down last Tuesday and doing our very first training in our new training venue. So that was at Tottenham Football Club, just around the corner, and we were a bit nervous about it, if I'm honest, but thankfully it went very well. We've had excellent feedback. Thank you to everybody for your feedback, particularly Tracy, whose feedback, or part of her feedback, was lunch was superb, are the words that she used. So I take credit for all of that because I did all the cooking, of course. No, I didn't. And that was Wayne, the commercial manager, who's also the chef around there, and he does all the cooking. And he did. I was talking a lot about the sausage rolls because they're homemade on the premises around there. Sausage rolls, they're not frozen ones that you just pop in the oven, they're homemade. And I have to say, they were pretty stunning. So yes, great feedback. Thank you so much to Chris for coming down and doing that. And thank you to everybody that attended. It was really lovely to meet you all, to have conversations with people that I recognize the names, but I don't know what you look like, don't know how much experience you've got in the industry. It was really, really nice to have those sort of conversations. And I have to say, it was a really good group. Everybody seemed to gel quite well. So yes, thank you to everybody that came down. And Chris, now I have to say, Chris, it's the first time I've seen Chris training. Yeah, talk about energetic. He stands up in front of the room. He's not behind a table like this. He was in front of the table and saying, okay, everybody, you do this, and then like crack on. And it wasn't like break time for Chris at that point where he'd sit down or have a chat with somebody. No, he was going from table to table to table. And it's like, oh, do this, try this. Oh, Chris, we're having trouble with this. Okay, I'll be over there. And he was actually sweating. I saw him sweating at one point because he was going to all the different tables. And you know, Rachel, my wife, Mrs. B, was there, and she could help a little bit. She's got decorating experience. Megan was there, and she was handing out Haribo in the afternoon when everybody got a little bit sleepy. Actually, you couldn't get sleepy on that day, but feeling a bit weary, I'd say. And I was doing what I could do, which was basically just picking up bits of balloon off the floor. But yeah, it was a great success, and Chris, an amazing trainer, and a lot of the comments said that, so all the feedback form said, Chris, an amazing trainer, and it really was. There was a lot of information in that short 6-hour period. And I don't know if I mentioned, but the lunch was awesome. The lunch was very, very good. So we obviously filled that one in 23 hours when we first talked about it on BMTV. And so we had to have another one. So we've got that going. We've not really talked about it very much, but the 8th of November is when Chris is coming back down, and we're going to do exactly the same again. It was organic. The organic, it's amazing. You're not actually learning how to create ABC. It's the techniques that allow you to take it away and really make it something yourself. And you can see the different styles just there on the day. You can see the different styles that people are coming up with using the techniques. So on the day of filming, it's Monday today. So on the day of filming, even though we've not talked about it very much, there's only 7 slots left on that training course. So if you are interested in doing that, just head over to the Balloon Market website, balloonmarket.co.uk, click on the banner that says Chris Horne Training, Organic Training, and that'll take you through to a page that takes you to Eventbrite, and then just book yourself on there. But yeah, thank you to everybody that came down for that last training, and then thankfully it was a great success. Right, the next thing I need to talk about is something not very nice. It is coming up to that time that we all love and hate at the same time. It is Black Friday, 23rd of November, Black Friday, and of course that's when all the big retailers have crazy sales. And the problem with it is that all the delivery networks get clogged up. And then they add Cyber Monday as well. And that clogs them up even more. So giving you plenty of warning this year. The 23rd of November, that's the Friday. 26th of November, that's the Monday after. That whole week following that, expect delays. I hate to say it because we pride ourselves on our level of service, but there are going to be problems. Normally, if somebody phones up and says, hey, we've got a problem with our delivery, we get on the phone to DPD and say, hey, we've got a problem with the delivery. And we say, can you phone the driver? Can you find out what's happened? Why did they not go? And we figure it out. And most of the time, we manage to come to a solution and find out what the problem was. What would happen, or what is going to happen, I can almost guarantee, if we were to phone DPD, instead of taking 10 minutes to get through, as it does sometimes, it would take 2.5 hours to get through. And when we get through, they would say, yep, it's been scanned in the depot. Yep, it's there. When will it go out? Not too sure. We've got 9,000 parcels or something like that. That is how it would go. So I'd like to say there's a solution to it, but we've just got to all expect it to happen. It is going to be a crazy, crazy time. So the best thing to do, if you possibly can, is order as far in advance as possible. People obviously have Black Friday sales now, that full week up to Black Friday. So if you can order the week before, that would be great. But I understand your customers come to you and they say, I want this. So you've got to come to us and buy what you need because it might only be a couple of days away. So do what you can to try and minimize the risk. The one thing that we are going to do this year that we've not really done before is if you would like to come and collect from us, we obviously have click and collect on the website. You can do that, and a lot of our local customers, if you're within an hour of us, I would probably recommend that around that time. If you're a bit further away and you want to do it because you don't want the risk and you've placed a big order, then yeah, please do so. But what we're thinking, some people might be finishing work at 4, at 5. I can't get there until 6 or something like that. Well, if you let us know in advance, then we will stick around. And it's probably going to be me because I stick around a bit later anyway, but also at the weekends. So that Saturday and Sunday, if you wanted to come and collect your orders for the following week and make a weekend of it, have a weekend in the New Forest or something. Come down on Saturday, collect your order, go and stay in a nice hotel in the New Forest, see the ponies walking around, and then head back up on Sunday to wherever up is. Then we're going to be offering that. Not the break, we're not offering the hotel, but if you want to collect your order, then we are going to be doing that. But please let us know in advance. We're not just going to be there waiting just in case people turn up. So you would need to let us know in advance. But for those of you that's not an option, just order as far in advance as you possibly can. You know, some of the deliveries might just turn up the next day as normal anyway, but I think expect the worst. I'll talk about it again before that actually happens. Right, now let's talk a little bit about some products. First of all, here we have the new Sempertex line. It's called Pastel Matte. I don't know if it's an actual matte effect. It's not quite like the Satin Luxe foil balloons from Anagram, but it is quite matte-y. But I think the pastelness of these is absolutely beautiful. So we've got some in the packs down here. I just grabbed a few, but we've got them in the 12-inch and the 5-inch for the full range. So you've got the pink, the yellow, the blue, the green, and the lilac. I love the creative names, Sempertex. Genuinely, I do, because I can just look at them and know what they are. And then we've got the mixed bags as well. So as I say, we've got them in the 12-inch and in the 5-inch. Mrs. B has used Sempertex balloons for the first time tying these ones, and she said they're very easy to tie. So some user feedback there if you've never used Sempertex balloons before. But those are in stock right now, ready to order. And as you can see, we have a little bit of a menagerie, a zoo, a mini zoo, if you will. Now, the reason we've got some cuddly toys in is a couple of years ago we did a show with Mark from Qualitex, and it was the Super Stuffer show. And after we did that show, we've consistently sold those machines. I mean, they're a big bit of kit. They're not a cheap bit of kit, but it is effectively a business in a box. You just get those, a few balloons, some things to put inside the balloons, and it's a business in a box. So Mark came down and did that, and we sold those steadily over the last couple of years. However, the last year, and in particular, I'd say the last few months, People are going crazy for them. I saw a post on Facebook, somebody asking, are these on vogue? Are they making a comeback? I have to say, based on the number of super stuffers we have sold, yes. I'd say this is a trend that is definitely coming back. So we've never offered cuddly toys before, but that's the reason that we've got these few in, so that people have something to put inside those stuffing balloons. Of course, if you're a retailer, you don't have a stuffing machine, and you just want to buy some to put on the shelves, then you can do that as well. So we've just got some standard blue, and I don't know much about them other than they're cuddly toys, but blue in 2 sizes, pink in 2 sizes. I think the big one, they feel really nice quality, so you probably would have to really squidge them to get them inside that super stuffer, but I think they would go. Okay, I've seen people put some huge things inside stuffed balloons. Then we've got this guy for Valentine's Day, or just any time you just want to tell somebody, I love you. And then of course we've got unicorns. We've got a pink, not a white, and a pink one right there. A couple of Christmas ones, same teddy but different Christmas jumpers. I Heart Christmas and Merry Christmas. And a couple of Rudolphs, one brown and one beige. So if there's any other sort of cuddly toys or teddies or anything like that you'd like us to get in stock that you use for your super stuffer or you just want to sell, then please let us know and we will have a look at that for you. Right now, the other thing I should mention, talking about Sempertex and Anagram and Chris, the Ballooning Marvellous thing at the end of October, so the end of this month in fact, that they have now announced what is going to be in each training session. Yeah, it sounds pretty amazing to me. We'll put the link down below and you can go and have a look for yourself, but it's things from balloon drops to a wormhole tunnel that I think Rob Driscoll is doing on the first day, life-size models with balloons, bouquets, bunches, being creative with those. I think Chris Horne's doing something there. Yeah, just there's loads. I just had a quick look. I just literally looked at it now before we came up and filmed, but we'll put the link down below and you'll be able to have a proper look. Have a look at the show that we talked about it a few weeks ago. Really good value for money, and would really recommend if you are investing in yourself and your business and you do want to learn a lot in a very short period of time. This looks like it's going to be out of this world. Do you like that? Because it's a out of this world space theme. Anyway, definitely worth having a look. Right, that is it from me this week. My question of the week is, what's the most creative thing you've ever put in a stuffing balloon as a gift? Right, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. See you next time. Bye-bye.